And I know we have dragged him for bad movies, bad storylines. And I feel like this. If I can drag you for bad movies, then I can praise you when you do great movies. And so for that reason, I honestly want to take this time out to show love to Tyler Perry, because I was a little skeptical about that 6888 movie. I wish we had the actual. Jasmine, you can't pull the 6888 because this ain't the cast. I mean, Oprah, yeah, but I need the flyer. I need the flyer. He in this zoot suit too. Tyler sure knows how to show his colors. We be trying. It's like the more he try to prove he ain't. When you come out with a turquoise blue, shiny, shimmery suit on, and you got a stance like that, you got the knee, the leg, the back leg that go in, it's tucked like that, and then you got that one sit. Man, Tyler, damn, bro. Damn. It's just the damn shades, the lens of the shades that's matching the suit too, or either that's the reflection. One of the two is like, we really be trying. We really be trying with him, you know? But he just be getting worse and worse and worse. But here's the thing. Thank you. 6888. Now there we go. Because Kerry Washington executive produced this project. Tyler Perry wrote and produced it. And here's the thing. Even though he wrote and produced it, I was a little skeptical. I sure was. I ain't gonna lie. You know how I get when he write and produce. We ain't gonna get what we think we getting, you know? And so I just swore he was gonna highlight some buff, shiny men oiled up in baby oil and stuff in the scene with nothing but a bow tie on their neck and tight pants on, blue pants like that. I swore we was gonna get a scene like that and some bad wigs, but he actually had every actress with a fresh roller set. Put that picture back up, Jasmine. They had fresh roller sets up under there. All they had was a real hair. I said, maybe that was Carrie, because Carrie was like, listen here. What we not finna do, Tyler, is these bad wigs. So we gonna pick some actresses with a good grade of hair, and we gonna give them roller sets and blowouts. We just gonna make them look like they supposed to look like, because you know he good for throwing a bad wig on somebody. But I gotta tell you, Tyler, this was probably one of the best movies that I've seen since The Family That Prays. I ain't even gonna front. And I said, as much as I sit up here and drag this man over his bad movies, surely I can praise him when he does great work. And here's what I want to say to Tyler if he's listening, okay? I think he should stick to the true stories. I personally think that Tyler should stick to the true stories, or based on a true story. When he tries to implement his story based on what women have gone through with the men that he's cheated with, the men that they were sleeping with that he's cheated with, the stories get a little shaky. You know? They get a little shaky and we be like, where are you going with this, Tyler? Where's you going with this? And we get it. It's based off of his true story, but he can't say it. You know, when he had Janet Jackson do that scene, you know? I can't even remember the scene. But all I know is she made her husband look. All I'm saying is that when Tyler tried to intertwine his escapades, his dickscapades into the story, is just not giving what it's supposed to. But this gave everything that it was supposed to. And I think it was partly due to Kerry Washington executive producing this and saying, if I'm going to put my name on this, then it's going to have to be fire. And I think the fact that it was based on a true story, then that's the reason. But I do highly recommend y'all go watch it. I am not getting paid to say this, but like I said, I always put my mouth on that man when he wrong, but when he right, I am sure gonna put my mouth on him double time, okay? Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to, the only bad role was Oprah. Oprah came up in there trying to look old, but she was already old, so I didn't get that part. I didn't get that part. I was just like, Oprah, why did they have you in a gray wig? You could have played yourself. Like, you could have rolled up in there. We would have known. who you was and what you represented. But the fact that they tried to make her look older, I was like, she already old. So that was a reach right there. But everything else was on point though. And I like how he had the actual, women that, that was a part of the 6888, and had to deliver all that mail in the show. I mean, in the movie. So I love it. Please check it out. So what is it about? Okay, good question. It's about an army division of the first Black women that wanted to join the army, and they trained them, and it was like a special project. You know how they try to give, how did they affirmative action projects and stuff. And so back then during World War II, Black women enlisted, and when they enlisted, they wouldn't let them fight, but they trained them. And so the soldiers weren't getting their mail. Okay. And so they were writing, but the mail wasn't getting delivered to the families. So the families had no idea if their kids or loved ones were okay during the war. And then the soldiers had no morale, which means like, they didn't feel like people loved them back home. They didn't have anything to fight for if their families couldn't get letters to them. And so the army said that the letters were the last thing that they needed to worry about. So they let 17 million pieces of mail pile up, and then had everybody try to come sort it through, but it had got so backed up and bad that they had to call in the Black woman to fix it. And these Black women in 90 days delivered 17 million pieces of mail, even with the army trying to hold them back because they didn't want them Black women to get shine over the white women or the white men that failed at, delivering the mail in the first place. And they had to do it in the cold. They had to do it with rollers. At least their hair lasted because, when it's cold outside, your roller set will last. But if it's hot, it's not going to last. And they had to sleep in this cold school. But it is a great movie. It will make you cry. And I don't ever cry during Tyler Perry movies, but I cried during this one. I said, this is a phenomenal movie. And I just got to salute that brother because he need to keep it up just like that. Now, you go off doing that other you was doing, we don't, no. No. Moving on.